All right, so let's talk a little bit about Louis C.K. He's back, and he performed at the Comedy Cellar, and he came up on stage. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I did.
And I guess he got up to some applause. There was a little ovation. People were happy to see him. He had the first time on stage since the whole controversy came out. And how do you feel about it?
First of all, number one, my relationship with Louis was always good. He always batted for me. He got me 2 jobs. Number 2, I'm very sorry to whoever he offended by taking his dick out or speaking to them in an untimely manner. Number 3, I went to prison, and I appreciated that I was judged by a jury of my peers. They presented evidence, and the evidence fell apart on me, and I went the other way, and I did my time, and now I'm out. I appreciate movements, and I have daughters, and I want them to grow up to never have to go through a lot of women put themselves through. This is a disgusting town. This is a disgusting town in every level of it. We both know it. We've both seen disgust in this town. So what Louis did was a mistake. I appreciate he went away. I'm sure the girls are happy with what they did. But that's it. He's forgiven in my world. He's forgiven. It's not like he put pills in somebody's drinks. It's not like he went out raping people. It's nothing like that. He was in a bad place at a bad time. His head was in a bad place. And we can't judge people for what they did 11 years ago. You're a different person than you were 10 years ago. And I'm a different person than what I was 10 years ago. If you're going to come out and say that in 1998 we were doing a comedy show and I grabbed your tit, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know, we're comedians and shit's going to happen. I know that Louis did some things that weren't the best things in the world, but you know, what were you doing in that fucking room up there? You know, we were 2 girls and we felt encouraged. And, you know, I think a lot of people turned down Louis that didn't have to turn on Louis. Mm-hmm. But that's the world we live in. You know, I watched 1,000 people cheer on Joe Rogan as he threw Carlos Mencia out of the store. Mm-hmm. And a week later, they were going to have a protest to let Joe back in the store. And Mitzi said, whoever walks out never get a spot here. And there was no protest. Where were all those 1,000 people that were yelling for Joe?
Right.
That's what this town is about.
Right.
So
you feel like Louis did his penance. He was exiled. He was shamed.
He was shamed. He did his penance. Now it's time to go back to work. Mm-hmm. You know, I know creepier people than Louis. I know people that have done worse things than fucking Louis.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Louis feels terrible enough. He has children. He had to go through that pain in front of his children. But, you know, look at the other side of it. Look at this Argento bitch last week. This is the woman who... Me too'd. Yeah. But now she's covering up a 17-year-old that she fucked. Shame on him, too, for ratting her out. You little fucking fag.
Yeah.
A 17-year-old dirty Italian chick with that greasy mozzarella pussy and tattoos gives you a piece of ass and you rat her out. Yes, you could tell the kid was 16 or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
You could tell the thing was wrong. But that's the society we live in.
Yeah.